cool. What's up? We are live. Instagram. The bad boy over there, Rob. I got Desert Dad, also known as Aaron Wedeking behind me here. You can see the most important vehicle on the planet, Beefy, right behind us too. The Instagram live feed today is going to be pretty fun. I always start talking when people are joining because once we archive it, you guys will get at least not a bunch of dead air. So we're going to talk about how this vehicle behind us and all of the crew, some of them are here, some of them are going to join us as well. Just one, the Nora, what is it, 1,000 or 500? How many miles is it?
It's the Mexican 1000. The Nora Mexican 1000.
Nora Mexican 1000.
So it was 1,140 miles.
So 1,140 miles.
That's way more kilometers, though.
So we're going to have a little bit of fun with everybody today. Rob, do you know how to join us on Instagram here?
I'm doing it right now.
So Rob's going to join us. He's actually sitting here next to us, but we're going to let him take over half of our screen. That way he can see all the comments and hang out with us a little bit. All these guys had a good time down in Nora, eating tacos, racing, just having a good old time. Isn't it weird how we're sitting next to each other? Just make sure you get your volume down so that we get no echo.
Turn it all the way down, my man.
Okay, cool. So it should be pretty good. Let us know if we do have any issues with the audio or anything like that on your guys' end. But also, join in anytime, ask questions, whatever you guys think. Joe says we have an echo now. Maybe put your finger over your mic or something.
Over my mic?
I don't know, man. Oh, this technology works. Let me see if I can put my my volume down too.
I don't know.
All right, Joe. Let us know if we have an echo now. I turned down my volume too, so hopefully it's good. Desert Squadron boys just joined up. So yeah, we want to just talk about the Nora, how much fun that they had, and let these guys kind of take over the airwaves and get their, I don't know, what you want to call it, piece of how you guys did everything. It'll be cool to see what they did. Okay, Alvin, no, we got a couple other people that are going to join, so we got to save the space for letting them join in. Yeah, you need a comm guy?
Yes, that's my boy Creepy Naked Howie.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Creepy Naked Howie?
Yeah, that's a long story. Hey, Creepy, why do they call you Creepy?
I feel like it'd be a short story. Long story. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to have some fun today. So please ask any questions that you guys have for, well, maybe why they named it Beefy, because that's a good story as well. So we're going to get, hey, might need to go in another room. Yeah, maybe. It sounds like it's still pretty echoey. You want to go in another room? Or you want to stay here? Oh, I can go in another room.
No, I mean, if here. I'll try and go in the other room. See what happens. Assuming that it's really echoey?
That's what he said.
Okay.
So.
Oh, look, I get to give everybody a tour of Warfighter made real quick. Look
that's cool.
Here's our Hall of Honor. You know, showing some of the fun that we always have here at Warfighter made.
There we go. Let's get ready for you. Huh?
Got our girl Kirstie Ennis. You know, Al Macbeth. You know, we go hang out with Al Macbeth up in Canada and, you know, jumping razors with him. Dude's crazy. Oh, Gary Sinise. When Gary Sinise invited us out to his place to hang out with them for a little bit. You know, just a lot of the fun. We did a thing with one of the local salons here honoring the spouses of our catastrophically wounded warfighters. More Al Macbeth. Hey, it's not safe to drive in Instagram Live, sucker.
I'm about to park right now. After driving the Nora Mexican 1000, he's like not worried about it at all. Driving down the highway is easy.
Yeah.
I gotta calm my tits.
Calm your tits, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, so maybe we could get a little introduction here.
Yeah, my name is Alex Hernandez. I served in the Marine Corps in Fallujah in 2004. In the beginning, assault of Fallujah, I guess, in April, and got wounded out there, probably within the first month of being there. Yeah, and I had the greatest time of my life there with all my buddies. So yeah, there's what else?
How
I
did
got
you
two
guys meet,
wonderful
Rob?
kids.
And he
Wow.
got to drive Beefy like a boss.
How did you guys meet, Rob?
Alex and I met through Mitch Malott, the single leg amputee that we adapted and customized a dirt bike for. And Alex came out to a couple Warfighter made events, and then he actually hit me up one day and was just like, hey, I need to do more than what I'm doing right now. Is it cool if I come and hang out? They're like, yeah, absolutely. You know, shop's always open for anybody. And so he shows up one day and haven't been able to get rid of him since.
That's perfect. Hey, we just had Andrew request to join, but if Andrew, if you're still watching the feed, we'll just wait a little bit until one of us drops off, and then you can jump on and hang out with us too. Because I don't know if it accepts 4 on Instagram. Maybe, I mean, I guess we could try it, but so give us a little bit of a rundown of the stuff that you got to do over there in the Nora when you got to drive Beefy.
Oh, driving was awesome. It was so much fun. It was kind of hard because I really love seeing the landscape and I really wanted to see everywhere that I was driving, but I had to stay focused, and Rob kept putting me on check, like, all right, look up at that beautiful scene. All right, now back to driving. And like, you have to, because even though we were going like, what was it, the average speed, like 35, like some stuff pops out and you're just like, oh God, better pucker up. So it was hilarious.
Pucker up. I love that saying. Did you get to drive too there?
No.
You were just helping out?
Yep. Just helping out. Doing a little bit of wrenching. They needed a lot of help, like eating tacos and stuff at the end.
I can totally be part of the pit crew for that.
Always need help eating tacos. That's, if you need an expert taco eater, Ron, that's your guy.
That's your service.
Hey, so one of the things that I wanted to see if we can get some of the guys that join us, Rob, to talk about is the camaraderie aspect of what you guys were able to do down there. Maybe you could start the conversation and have those guys chime in.
Yeah, absolutely. The camaraderie, like you have Joe sitting next to Aaron. Joe helped us out with prepping Beefy and getting Beefy ready to go. But the camaraderie aspect of it is, when you spend any amount of time in the military, you become used to a very certain way of doing things. And it's usually, you don't have to be told. You're always proactive. Your head and eyes are always up, and you're always looking for something to do to support that person, that veteran to your left and to your right. And we hear all the time that once you separate from the military and you're out in the civilian world, it goes from what can I do for others to everyone is just out for themselves. And it becomes really, really frustrating. So one of the things that Warfighter Made does is called camaraderie therapy. It's here at Warfighter Made in our shop, where we invite all vets, all branches, all eras to come and hang out with us and help us accomplish easy goals, or just hang out with us and engage in the sarcastic, ish talking and everything else. And just really, it's like being back in a team, a squad, a platoon, a section, whatever you came from. It's kind of like being back in that, having fun and enjoying yourself.
It's pretty awesome.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got to meet one of the best people in the world, Aaron. Can't stop talking nothing but great things about this guy.
He's a merman.
I had a wonderful time.
He's a merman.
Merman.
Were you swimming down to Mexico? Is that why they're saying that?
Dude, the race ends at Horsepower Ranch. The place is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Kitchen lawn, shade. They're serving tacos and beer, and it's hot. And there's this huge pool, and nobody's in it. I didn't have any swim trunks, but I got in there. I'm no fool.
Beautiful shot of him coming out of the water.
Like Majestic just popping out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. He's freaking. He's in there freaking doing moves, spitting water out of his mouth. I mean, it was just, and then all these guys start coming up and hitting on him, and it was just, it was impressive.
When you got it, you got it.
And you got it. You got it, my friend.
Oh, that's hilarious. It sounds like you guys had a really good time. That camaraderie therapy goes way further than being behind the wheel of a truck, sounds like.
That I can vouch for.
Yeah, speak up because it's hard to hear.
That I can vouch for. I met Rob through another buddy of mine.
Yeah.
So I was at work one day talking about trying to help out vets and everything like that. I was trying to do a little bit more to help everybody out. And a buddy of mine, Dennison Diggs, who runs Barnyard Fabrication, which I do help out with,
yeah,
he ended up telling me about adrenaline therapy Saturday. So I called a couple of buddies of mine and said, hey, do you guys want to go have some fun this weekend? And we shot out there for one of them. I ended up meeting Rob and Danny at that time and thought they were really cool people. Thought I can get to know them and have some fun, see if I can give back a little bit. And about 2 or 3 weeks later, I was trying to work it out with work, see when I can come down. I ended up started coming down Thursdays to help out. And from there on,
just wrenching into the shop.
Exactly. And that's, I mean, honestly, here I learned a lot more. I tried to teach as much as I could. With my aspect of it, I'm currently a welder.
Yeah.
That's what I try to help out with a lot of people and try to teach them when they want to learn. Otherwise, I'm here just talking crap with Rob, with Alex, with Danny, anybody that wants to come in and help out. It is getting that brotherhood back. And it's kind of hard to explain for it, but Rob's right. When you first get out, it almost feels like the world's a little bit against you. You get out after doing everything you've done, and it's a little hard to kind of get into that transition.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make it in the world, realizing that everything you've done in your military experience kind of goes away at that moment.
Well, not only that, but like the similarities that you guys have, you guys can fuck around with each other, and it makes you're way more comfortable, right?
Oh, always, because someone's not going to get easily offended or anything like that.
Right.
You can kind of speak your mind a little bit and mess with people.
Yep.
It's Rob was describing it earlier, where you can mess with somebody 1 second and be completely fine the next second. And it's exactly like that.
Hey,
Same
maybe
thing.
you could give us a little bit of understanding of how it was down in Mexico then.
Personally, I didn't get the chance to go to Mexico.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh, well, no. He had the chance. He didn't go.
That is fair. He did call me out. I did get invited to go. I had the opportunity to go. Unfortunately, financially speaking, I did not have the ability to go at that time.
Oh, I got
Otherwise, I would have loved to go down there and help out and do everything I could have done.
Does that mean next year?
Oh, yeah, most definitely next year. And any of the previous races that we can go, but the next races that we can go to, I'm definitely going to try and be there as best I can.
Hey, and so we'll talk about it in just a little bit, but does that mean that you're going to be at Adrenaline Therapy Saturday this weekend?
Oh, of course. I'm going to be one of the guys doing the driver's training, so I'm sorry in advance. But we're going to do the best we can and have a lot of fun out there. If you guys want to come out and join us, like Rob says, all branches, all eras, come out, have some fun, get behind the wheel, see what it's about.
So we'll talk about.
I want to holler at my boy Wesley Bruce. He just joined. He's been a part of Warfighter Made for a long time. Also, Tim Hall, been a part of Warfighter Made for a long time. He's on here. So yeah, it's we're Warfighter Made. We're multifaceted, from adapting and customizing vehicles for our catastrophically wounded brothers and sisters to adrenaline therapy behind the wheel of our Polaris Razors, or the military vehicles that we have. We've kind of by default become kind of the nonprofit that also races retired war horses, military vehicles, and
Such as Beefy.
Just like Beefy. And, we have a good time doing it. So
we just had a couple racers join in, and industry leaders, Richard Jeffries, Adam Grunder, and Braden Baker just joined in too. It's pretty awesome, all the stuff that you guys do. Like, Rob, while we talk with the guys, let's lay down a foundation of understanding what Beefy was all about and who you guys dedicated it to. Yeah,
so Beefy is a 93 M9 98 Humvee high mobility multi-wheeled vehicle. It was a National Guard vehicle. We bought it off of Gov's Planet. which is an auction site. Anybody interested, we paid $12,000 for it. And anybody can basically go to GovPlanet, register. You don't need to be in the military, and just go there and start bidding on machines. Just for a little culture shock. These machines start at like $4,000 to $6,000, but they don't sell for $4,000 to $6,000. So any of you guys that go to the Humvee forums on like Facebook and stuff like that and start talking crap to, the Humvee owners that are trying to sell their Humvees for $20,000, saying that you can buy one on GovPlanet for $5,000, you're out of your mind. So we got ours through GovPlanet. We had a lot of guys come and help us do some work to it. Beefy is fully paid. Obviously, you can see we're rocking with PRP seats. Just did a ton of work to it, and we came up with the name Beefy. We lost one of our brothers, Marine combat vet Angus Beefy Powers. Beefy was his call sign, and we lost him last year to medical malpractice. So what better name to name a big old Humvee other than Beefy? So we took this machine to Baja, Mexico, raced the Nora Mexican 1000 in it, and, man, had a great time.
This thing is super cool. So, Alex, since you spent some time in this bad boy, how was it?
Oh, amazing. Like I said, the first day was kind of rough because I've never actually done anything like this, and being Rob's co-driver, the first day was rough. And, yeah, the Stella guys made sure they were there to remind me every day after that.
Yeah, what happened? What happened?
I'll let you say it because you say it better than I do. I'm going to just skim over it.
So we finished our first leg. The Nora is a rally. Hey, George, look down at that air box.
Yeah.
Look down right there.
This is custom right here.
Look at that custom pizza box we found floating around in
so
Baja.
Bahia.
We were just talking about with Todd Peter, excuse me, Jacob Peter's dad, about MacGyvering during a race.
Well, that was it right there.
Yeah, Rob hit something and destroyed the original lid, but the pizza box saved us. Air box.
True story. Caesar, what's up, dude? Look at you trying to worm your way in. Hey!
That's pretty cool, man. So I kind of wanted to see, like, being the big emotional sourpuss that I always am, Rob, I kind of wanted to see how these guys felt. Like, what was it like after, I don't know, they get out of the truck and, like, what they feel, what they tell you?
Let me finish this Alex story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not forgetting this Alex
Damn.
story. So this fool, Danny and Narayan start the race. And for those that don't know, the Nora is a rally. It's the Mexican 1000 is a rally. So you start in the morning and you finish when you hit your predetermined stop point. So for our race, you started in Ensenada and you ended your day one in San Felipe. Then day two was San Felipe to Bay of LA. Day three was another loop in and out of Bay of LA. Day four was Bay of LA up to San Felipe. And then day five was San Felipe back to Ensenada. So what's they call the Nora, the Mexican 1000, the happiest race on earth because it's a ton of fun. There's very little stress. If you break your car, you can get recovered, bring it back to the next stage, work on it, get it running, and start the next morning. So it's just a lot of fun. So Danny and Narayan, both Marine combat vets, start the race in Ensenada, and about halfway through, they hand Beefy over to Alex and I, and I'm actually driving the first leg. So I get in the driver's seat. Alex jumps in the co-dog seat, He's got his rally book. We got the Lowrance. We got the lead nav. Everything's set up. We're going. There's a little bit of an adjustment period trying to figure out, because it's all time, speed, distance, trying to figure out what's coming up next and so on and so forth. We finish our leg, and I notice that Alex is completely quiet in the intercom, right? He's just not talking at all.
You already know that.
So I'm telling him, like, hey man, hand over the last page to the checkered pants girls and let them sign our time in there and whatnot. And everything he's doing is just like very, very deliberate. Like, here, take this, right? And then I'm having this full on conversation with the girls at Nora because we're all friends. And all of a sudden, I kind of notice that he's getting a little antsy in the seat and everything. And we pull forward to another little stage, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to throw up, man. I'm going to throw up. And I'm like, you're going to what? So he starts trying to bust through the door, but we have a secondary locking system on there. So he's fighting against the secondary locking system, not figuring it out. Finally, he reaches up, pulls it out, jumps out of the vehicle just in time to watch projectile vomit fly from this dude's mouth. And the Stella crew, which is the race tracking system that we have in Beefy, are all there just watching this. And for the rest of the time that we're there at the Nora, the guys would come up. One of them didn't speak a lick of English, and I speak very little Spanish. And he's like, amigo, points to Alex and be like,
day in, day out, and never stop.
Every day. Alex is like, man, I'm going to have to whoop this dude's ass just to get my respect back. I'm like, damn, Alex, the dude's like 85 years old. Why are you going to try to beat him up?
Rob, give a little description of Alex's build and what he looks like, because you can only see his head as he's driving right now, because that's even funnier, too, for the people that don't know.
But say it again. I didn't hear you.
Give a little description of Alex's build, because he's not a small guy either.
No, the dude's a mountain, man. He's the biggest Samoan I've ever seen in my life. He's about
making fun of him on the side of the road in Mexico. Huh?
He's about 6'2" and 260 pounds.
Yeah, whatever.
Steel and sex appeal. What are you, 5'9"? 5'9"?
No, 5'10". Get it right.
5'10", 260. Twisted steel and sex appeal, baby.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's awesome. How did you feel, Alex?
After I popped, amazing. It was like, then all the emotions set in, and I'm like, hey, at least I didn't puke in front of the Yokohama girl. I'm like, that's all I didn't want to do is puke on these girls. I could deal with the Stella guys, but yeah, after that, it was great because, we finally finished the first day, and I was just amazed. So margarita time, and it was great. It was amazing.
Yeah, I told them real men just throw up in their helmet. Ain't that right, AA Ron?
Yeah. You attempt to catch it and stuff it under the helmet and through the window net, but sometimes those chunks make it through the window.
You just left it out and let it go, man. Otherwise, it's going to go on your goggles, your windscreen, everything. Oh, man.
So, real quick, Allen Motorsports. No, we don't have an arrive and drive. The way this is, we're dealing with, this is serious stuff, but we do have the ability to bring you guys out to some of our events, get to know you. And then, it doesn't matter where you're from. You can be from Maine. We have a small travel budget. We can fly you out to a thing we do called Adrenaline Therapy Saturdays, which we're actually doing one this Saturday. I just saw the Desert Vet guys, Desert Vet Racing. They chimed in. They said they're going to come out. We can bring you out to our event, let you drive our Polaris Razors and stuff like that. Get to know who you are as a person. Make sure that this is something that you can do, and then we can bring you out to a race and have you drive along with us. But no, this is not an arrive and drive program.
Yeah, I think you guys do other stuff too, like having people come help with vehicles, chase crew, all that stuff too, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, Warfighter Made is predominantly known for putting vets behind the wheel. Where like our family at Desert Vets Racing, they're really good at taking vets that are interested in getting into off-road and putting them in as co-dogs in off-road races and let them experience a race from that angle. Where we like to take the vets and put them behind the wheel, but there is a build-up process. You just don't come out of nowhere. You know, we hand you the keys to our Humvee and let you go. You know, buck wild in it.
Yeah, you might throw
Because
up like somebody else that's on this call.
yeah, because you might end up throwing up. But also like beefy. There's 1,000 beefies out there, but Flyer 22, which is also in the shop, Flyer 22, it's a light strike vehicle. There's only 2 running examples in the U.S. That's the desert vehicle right there. That's Flyer 22. That is a vintage military light strike vehicle that was in heavy use by the Israeli commandos, the Singaporean SEALs. It was in competition for the special operations contract, and it lost to the Cheneth light strike vehicle, the 3-seat Doom buggy. But that Flyer 22, there's only 2 in existence. I'm sorry, there's only 2 running examples in the U.S. And, I just can't take anybody, throw them behind the wheel and set them free and have them wad up a priceless vehicle. So there is a process to go through. So Allen Motorsports, hit me up after this. Slide into my DMs and let's talk and let's see if we can make something happen.
Yeah, not to get off track on talk about the adrenaline therapy, but since we're on the subject right now, I've personally been to one. I've never been in the armed forces or anything like that, but going to those events is so family oriented, and they're really, really. I don't want to call it mellow because it's structured, but it's mellow because you can understand and be collaborate and cooperate with everybody that's out there, and really get your hands on some cool vehicles like the Polaris Razor RS1s that you kind of saw in the shots, and those teach you how to drive pretty good so that you could get the opportunity to wheel something at a later date.
Yeah, I mean, the Razor without a doubt is a high performance off-road vehicle where beefy isn't, but it's still a race vehicle. You can ask Alex, it got away from me a couple times during the race, and so it's still dangerous. So, we just got to make sure that everyone we bring out has the capacity, understands what's up, and make sure that they're a fit for what it is that we're doing in that particular place. I'm not taking somebody down to Baja, Mexico that is suffering, severely from post-traumatic stress like I used to, and then have an episode and we're in Baja, Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So there is a process. So like I said, hit me up, Alan. We'll talk about it.
All right. So maybe we could go into the subject I was just talking about. Like, how did it make you feel, Alex, going down there?
Like, it was funny because Danny was always asking me, like, are you excited? Are you excited? And like, even from the day that Rob asked me if I wanted to go, I was just like, yeah, sure, of course. But it didn't hit me until we actually pulled in and we were at the hotel, and we're checking out Beefy, getting everything ready. Like, now I'm like, oh shit, I'm here. So it was pretty neat to see that. And then after, when we finished the first day, it was badass. But then when I was done driving, my first day of driving, that was like yeah, it was just amazing. Like, I can't even think of words. All I could do was just thank Rob for bringing me down there, because it was cool.
That's a story I told every day since we've been back, is the reaction on Alex after he got to drive day 2 down to San Felipe, did the first leg. Yeah. And, the look on his face, the excitement when he got out that day was awesome. I mean, I've told everybody that story. I don't know how you describe it. Just a huge rush of adrenaline. He's screaming. He's so happy. What a great experience it was, and it was awesome just to witness and watch those guys. But Alex, definitely that first day you got to drive, you were stoked. It was awesome to see.
I was lit up.
Yeah, you were lit up. It was
Yeah,
great.
and then we get in the trailer, or then I start pulling the chase vehicle with the trailer, and then almost have the trailer falling off the road, not realizing that we're going like 80 miles an hour with the trailer
Right?
on.
Yeah. Now, your drilling might have been pumping a little too much. You tried passing somebody when they were turning left right in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have had to clean my drawers, but it was still fun.
So we got Jeep Salute. Appreciating all that Warfighter does for the vets. Project Pearl Harbor. Thanks to all those who serve. Our boy Jesse Legs, who's a part of Warfighter Mid, who's actually on a full ride golf scholarship at what was that college in Tucson?
Oh, University of Arizona?
University of Arizona. He's on a full ride scholarship there.
Those aren't easy to get either.
Nah, but Jesse's a double leg amputee. He's an extraordinary individual. The word perseverance describes Jesse to a T. Made some really bad decisions and overcame everything and is doing positive things right now. And then Jesse also said, let me tell you what, back in Vietnam, we never had this Warfighter made stuff, but today we're changing lives and making history. And, bringing up Vietnam vets, a lot of us, veterans today, we get the best care that's available because Vietnam veterans basically stood up and said, never again will a generational warfighter be treated the way we were treated. And so, obviously Warfighter made our generation of warfighter. We have a huge amount of love for our Vietnam vets, for basically ensuring that we weren't treated the way they were. And it's also our generation of warfighter to ensure that the next generation of warfighter is also treated the way we were. There can never be another, Vietnam. Guys can never be treated the way Vietnam vets were treated again. Dune and Destroy wants to know where our Razor experience is at. So our Razor experience is called Adrenaline Therapy Saturday, and that's at Wrecked Fence Off-Road Park in Anza, California. We rent the track out. We get sole use, but it's only for veterans. We have select professional racers. Like I saw Caden Danbury. He's a youth Polaris-sponsored athlete. He's always coming out, giving rides to the family members of our vets. And what we're trying to do at ATS is really making it an all-encompassing family fun event. The event's 100% free thanks to BF Goodrich Tires. We provide lunch. Lunch is free thanks to DSS, Data Storage System, Inc. They sponsor all the lunch. And then we have professional racers that come out. Like we have Nicole from Total Chaos. She's bringing out her 7200 truck to rip around the track with family members. Like I said, we have Polaris racers, Caden Danbury, Ethan Grome. We have Casey Sims. They all come out to support. Maddie Wedeking usually helps, but she's being too right now. I got to prep my car for a race. I don't have time. Yeah. Thanks, Maddie. Jacob Peter, who's another youth athlete. All these people come out. We've had Rob McCachran, the Rob Mack. He's come out. Just a lot of awesome people come out just to give rides to the vets and their families, just to, experience it. Oh, look at Matt Lasher just joined. Make sure you tell Maddie that I said that.
Are they
Caden also
work on the car?
Caden also said that he's seen plenty of rollovers at Adrenaline Therapy Saturday because we take vets, put them through a quick little driving course just so they understand the dynamics of the Razor, and then set them loose on the track. And a Polaris Razor can take you from hero to zero just like that. So we've had a couple accidents. So.
Well, a lot of those guys don't have any experience with that, so you're teaching them how to do it. That's perfect.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, Aaron, Matt just said that you need to come help finish the car.
Quit sitting next
Hey
to
guys, I gotta run in and go get the chow. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, put
Alex,
Caesar on.
Alex, we're
All right,
gonna,
I'll
Or
put
put
him on right
Dozer
now.
on. Look at Dozer.
There he is.
should we get Andrew on?
Say again?
Should we get Andrew on?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to ditch Alex though. Is that okay?
Yeah. Hey, Caesar, you still there? Yeah, go ahead. Ditch him. That's fine.
Okay, sounds good. Actually, I don't even know how to do it. So let's see if.
Hey,
Andrew-
Caesar, we're gonna turn off your guys' feed, and we're gonna bring Andrew on. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, look at
There
it.
we
Now
go.
we're forced.
What's going on, guys?
Oh wait, I didn't even know we could do this. Look at this technology. Let's
Man,
just
maybe
keep
we
it
could do
rolling.
fives.
I don't know how many we can do here. Let's just keep it going though. This is pretty rad.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, Rob? What's going on, guys?
Hold on, man.
What's up? Aaron, what's going on? Are we here in Texas?
Yeah. So we flew Andrew out from Texas. So Andrew's not a veteran, but he's married to an active duty chief in the Navy. She's a corpsman, and when they were living here in California, when she was stationed here, Andrew used to come over to the shop all the time and just volunteer, help us out. He used to be a razor mechanic and really helped us build Tim Hull's razor. And then she got orders in Texas. They moved away, and when one of our buddies who was going to go with us had to cancel last minute, we called up Andrew, and he was just like, "Tell me where I need to be," and he was there.
How did it work out? Was it pretty fun down there, Andrew?
Oh yeah, it was an awesome time. It's my second time going out there with Warfighter. Made the guy helping prepping up the truck, making sure the truck makes it across the finish line. That's my number one priority. I just make sure the truck from front to back. Make sure the guys when they go out there, make sure they get fed and they know what to order, because some of the guys don't know how to speak Spanish very good.
Like the big guy up top.
Yeah. No, he actually knows how to do pretty good.
Mi español no es muy bueno, but I try.
Yeah, and I'm doing the chasing. Making sure that beef is going through the course. They're waiting for them on every road crossing, and just making sure everything's going to plan.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys had some fun though. I mean, like, well, actually, you know what? Was there any stuff that you had to fix while they were on course?
Oh, actually, no. The beef was set up pretty good. That thing is actually pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
That thing is built right. So we had no issues at all.
It's built Warfighter tough. That should be the new slogan.
It's definitely built pretty good.
The only issues that we really
With red
had were
Loctite.
self-induced.
It's self-induced injury.
Yeah, we had some self-induced issues.
Maybe you could expand on that. What do you mean?
Oh well, we just like a rookie mistake. We were reusing nylocks, and they loosened up. So day one, at the end of the day, the suspension was really loose. So we tightened it up, used a little Loctite to keep that done, and
But it wasn't
then
critical.
we hit a ball joint with an impact wrench, and it stripped it out. Or with an impact gun, which stripped it out. So luckily I had a replacement ball joint, but we didn't have a replacement castle nut. So Danny in San Felipe, he's just like spent 3 hours trying to find a castle nut, went to the local AutoZone. They didn't have anything, but the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh man, come to my house. I have a shop at my house." And we're like, "Oh my God, Danny's gonna get raped." Next thing you know, he's gonna be like, "Bring out the GIMP and bring it."
I think I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Hey, just a side note. I hope, Alex, your left-hand turn just went good. We can hear your blinker. That's awesome, man. Instagram live and driving, that's fantastic. That's never been, that's a first for the Dirt Life show. Hey, so I was actually thinking, not the self-induced stuff that you're talking about, Rob. I was thinking about who made mistakes when they were driving.
Who didn't make a mistake? It's physically impossible. I mean, Alex was hitting trees at Mach 3, breaking mirrors and freaking.
What about
I
the cactus?
Yeah, what
I
about
creamed the cactus, passing a vehicle. We were
Look at the splatter.
we were coming up on a vehicle, and Alex is telling me, "Hey, you have a hard right coming up," and I'm like, "Okay, well, we're getting ready to pass this vehicle. Give me a push to pass, and give me some siren." And he's like, "Yeah, you have a hard right coming up," and all of a sudden we were on top of that hard right. The vehicle that I was set up to the left to pass on was almost missing the right-hand turn. They cut it hard, took up the whole course, which pushed me off course. And right in front of me was this huge cactus that we slammed into probably at 35 miles an hour. It sent pieces of the cactus into the cab. A huge piece landed in my lap.
There's still cactus right here in the light.
Oh yeah, that's cactus juice all over the front of that machine.
This is still the cactus fruit right there.
Yeah. So then I got freaking huge chunks of cactus in my lap. There's one sitting by the shifter, and every time I reached down to shift, I'd hit my hand on it. Not fun.
Desert racing takes no prisoners.
Yeah. Good times. Real good
Did
times.
you get to see any of that stuff, Andrew, or no?
I saw the aftermath. I saw Alex coming in yelling that he had a cat.
Narayan's deaf as can be. So we're screaming at Narayan, still inside Beefy, to get gloves. And he's looking at us like, what are you saying? So finally, Alex, who's been screaming at him the whole time through his visor of his helmet, finally lifts his helmet up, his visor up, and says, hey, you get gloves. So then Narayan's kind of like, why do I need to? He turns around, grabs gloves, and starts putting them on like, why do I need to drive with gloves? We're like, no. Come grab these cactuses out of this cacti out of the freaking cab of Beefy. Big ass pieces. I mean, huge pieces.
Patriot's wifey says cactus crotch.
Hey, easy.
When you guys were on the side of the course, like helping out, did you see like all the aftermath, or were you there when this stuff happened?
Oh yeah, no. He comes driving up, and Alex is screaming, "Get gloves, get gloves!" I said, "He needs love, he needs love."
Pretty much shows you where Aaron's thought process is at.
I'll give him a hug. I'm ready to go.
You're covered in cactus. I'm not gonna hug you. No, yeah, we saw exploded cactus all over the front. And, it was
that the only incident? Like the only major incident?
that we got to see? Yeah, I think so.
I think
ripping off the air filter cover, whatever they hit there.
that was the cactus. Apparently,
Different days, but
apparently Narayan put Beefy on the bike, sliding into a corner and caught a lip, and did a two-wheel motion with Beefy, and Alex hit a tree.
How do you bike that thing? That thing's 69,000 pounds. Like, how do you even bike that?
Slid into a corner and caught a lip, and it went up.
Hey, that's actually a good thing because it doesn't take up much space. The guys at UPR Off-Road Racing said you need a comb within reach in an off-road car to just comb it out.
So I couldn't hear anything you were saying. Alex was being rude.
That was my kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
trying to pass the buck now.
I do need a comb, specifically me, because every time I get out, I gotta. Alex and I were the hair crew.
Locks.
What about the clothes?
I hear a wife chiming in.
No, my kid. Those are.
Oh, your kid. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I think is so cool, man, that you guys were down there for. Actually, how long were you guys down there?
Well, Friday to Friday, so
5 days.
7
And
days.
how many days were part of the event?
5 days of racing.
Days.
That's pretty sweet, man. So give us a little bit of a rundown of the schedule that you had then. How many people were there and how many people got to participate and what days, like kind of like that? Break it down.
So we try and do everybody involved. We showed up on a Friday. Saturday was tech. Again, everybody's involved. Sunday, you start the race. We had everybody who was driving were all veterans. Like Andrew and Aaron were our chase pit support. And so we would rotate. If I drove, Danny would drive. Like if he started, Narayan would be his co-dog. They would give the vehicle over to us. I would drive, and Alex would be my co-dog. And then the next day, Narayan would drive with Danny as his co-driver. And then they'd hand the vehicle off, and Alex would drive, and I'd be his navigator. And we would just switch off back and forth like that. And except Andrew got to jump in. You know, Beefy is a 4-seater. Andrew sacked up and was just like, I'm gonna ride in the back. So he did a leg of it, and then on
Rob,
the very
you know a guy named Big Benny Bobsled?
no.
Okay. Sorry, Big Benny. We're gonna keep this Warfighter live going with Warfighters.
Look at George Earl. George Earl. Where were the needle nose pliers? Baja effing new guy. Thanks, George. George is a Vietnam vet, Marine combat vet, 3 Purple Hearts, and one hell of an off-road racer on dirt bikes and in buggies. So, and he put an absolute whooping on Warfighter Mate's Danger Ranger. Matter of fact, he put Danger Ranger in the grave. So thanks, George. Appreciate it. But at the very end, I was able to be behind the steering wheel to bring Beefy over the finish line, and we were so far ahead in our class that we decided that we were going to pick up Danny and Ryan, and the 4 of us that drove and co-drove the entire time. We all came over the finish line together. And then Aaron and Andrew took off in front of us to make sure that they were at Horsepower Ranch in time to kind of capture all the festivities and all the flag girls and
Tacos,
pre-tacos, Paris de Noche. What?
Hey, so Andrew, what was your favorite part?
The favorite part, I mean, the whole thing is just the experience of going out there and just supporting the team and being part of it. You know, it was all in one. You know, it was great. You know, it was a great time.
Benny just said that he was just trying to say hi to Alex. So yeah, maybe just he'll see it in the comments or whatever. Alex had to bail off because I don't know, maybe he had a bad connection or something. So, but thanks for chiming in, Benny. That's super cool.
Andrew was the first guy that would dive under the truck at anytime something needed to be done, he was under there wrenching. First guy to get dirty.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what just crossed my mind is how does this can you put the similarities together for us, Rob, on how this matches or this event matches some of the things that they were used to in their current positions or their positions in the military?
Well, it's really just about teamwork and coming together to accomplish a common goal. And for us, it was about basically the mission was to survive the 5 days and bring Beefy, over the finish line. Not
there he is.
Bring Beefy Beefy over the finish line, not only just for us, but to also honor Angus, who's the namesake of our Humvee, and just being able to say, you know, we fucking did this together.
Yeah, it still amazes me. First of all, it's awesome that you guys can go down racing. Like, who doesn't want to go to Nora, right? Like, but then to have all of this camaraderie and all of the help and all of the fantastic things that come out of it, like, that just doesn't really happen in racing as much as what you guys are doing. It's awesome, awesome, awesome work.
Yeah, and for us, it's, again, the reason why we choose the Nora to do this is because it's so much fun and it's really low stress. You know, you go out, you bury your car in the silt, and it takes you 4 or 5 hours to get out to it and get it recovered. That's pretty much the end of your race if you were racing, you know, in the Baja 1000. But the Mexican 1000, tomorrow's another day. And, you know, we're the guys that took a broken car to the Mexican 1000 for the 50th anniversary of the Nora. And, you know, for the 5-day race, we pushed that thing over the start line every freaking day and then pushed it over the finish line at the very end. And we still finished second in class, and we finished 123rd out of 255 entries. We were the official last place finishers because we don't give up, and we still had a great time. That was still fun.
It really is. We got to ask Andrew what his favorite part of the event was. What was it for you, Alex? Oh, right as you insert food.
Stop eating, fool. Answer the question.
Me or Andrew?
He said Alex.
What was your favorite part? Because we got it from Andrew already.
Me? Oh, God. I think it was the last day coming in with everybody and seeing everybody there with us, like our whole team coming in was just amazing because like they were saying, like all of us coming in together is just awesome. You get there. I didn't know what to expect from Aaron and Andrew. Like I never really met them before, and to see how we came together and finished this race and just seeing how everybody wanted to work, jump in, and no one was just standing there. Everybody was willing to do anything to get Beefy going, and it was just amazing to see everybody at the end. And then when we were all celebrating, just everybody smiles. Like it was great.
Dude, that's
awesome.
Yeah, that's the awesome part of it. Yeah, not to get sidetracked, Rob, but John Lewis from Desert Squadron asked, not to take away from the Nora stories, but what vehicles are you planning on running for the Mint?
So we're gonna Beefy's definitely gonna be we're kicking around the idea of racing Beefy in Vita R this year. We've never done that race, so we're considering it. But Beefy will definitely be at the Mint. We want to bring Flyer 22. She's been itching to get back out in the dirt. And we have another little surprise that I'm super stoked about in another Light Strike vehicle that we're going to be revealing at the Mint specifically, that I am totally pumped over.
The Mint secret, a Warfighter made Mint secret.
I'm not really talking about it. I've never even announced it on Warfighter Made that we have this vehicle. And the reality of it is because this vehicle, there's only going to be a select few people that is going to be able to drive this vehicle because there's only going to be a few people that are going to be able to drive it. So we're not really announcing it because unlike Beefy, which, you know, pretty much any vet, any vet can jump in there and go for it. This other vehicle is not going to be that way. So,
hey, so we're not getting emotional or anything, but we're going to throw a big shout out. So this is Angus. This is who Beefy was dedicated to. This is one of all your guys' homies, and you guys did a good job representing him down there, man. That's super, super cool. He's looking down to you guys. He was probably with you guys coming across that finish line.
Oh, without a doubt, you know, and it was really awesome to be able to do something like that to honor him. You know, that was a hard one. That was a hard one for me and Danny and the guys that really knew Angus. And then we also lost Bruce Myers, the creator of the Myers Manx, earlier this year. And if you're able to get up on top of Beefy in the very back,
yeah, we'll cruise back there.
Sticker that was given to us by the Manx Club that we ran on top of Beefy. Right here.
I don't know.
There you go, right there. You're good. Come over to the left just a little bit. Right there. So Bruce Myers was the creator of the Myers Manx, the OG dune buggy. And what a lot of people don't know, he's also one of the pioneers of racing in Mexico. He overhauled the Mexican 1000, destroying the record that was held by dirt bikes. But what a lot of people don't know, too, is Bruce Myers was a World War II veteran. And he was a hero. He was accredited with saving some of his fellow shipmates when their ship was attacked by kamikazes. And Bruce saved some of his fellow shipmates. And at a ripe old age of 94, he passed away earlier this year. And we just wanted to thank the Manx Club. Bruce was an honorary board member of Warfighter Made. He would come to our adrenaline therapy events. His wife, Winnie, came to the Adrenaline Therapy Saturday where we honored Bruce, and the Manx Club came out and did some stuff. They did a fast lap. We were able to do a lap in honor of Bruce. And but just wanted to thank the Manx Club for giving us that sticker and letting us run that in honor of Bruce. And it was a big sticker. The only place that it would fit was on the roof. But we thought it was kind of fitting that, you know, Bruce got to basically look up at the sky as we were cruising along, and maybe he was looking down on us.
Oh, I'm sure he was, man. That's super cool. We posted a video on Instagram earlier of the Humvee cruising. Like, dude, it looked like you guys were cooking. I don't know who was driving, but it looked like the car was going at least 50, 60 miles an hour through some of that tough terrain down there.
Yeah, that specific time was about 60 miles an hour.
Nice.
Beefy has Rod Hall Racing Fox shocks on it that were valved by Chad Hall, Rod Hall's son. And Chad also made a recommendation for us to run stock M998 front springs at all four corners just to get more compliance out of the suspension. And it really paid off.
That's super neat, man. Oh, the Patriots wifey just said, how can normal civilians be involved with helping Warfighter Made?
So, you know, first and foremost, it's about spreading the word, which she's really good at. And, you know, just supporting us at events. We're always looking for volunteers to come out and relieve. So even though Warfighter Made is here to support veterans, we have a lot of veterans that come out and volunteer. And I would love for those vets to be able to relax and actually drive and, you know, just enjoy what it is that we're doing. Which is kind of what Alex came just to volunteer. And I'm like, no, bro, you got to, and he volunteered so much that I was like, you got to come do this with us. And it's the same thing with Joe back there. You know, Joe's been helping us a lot, and he's actually started bringing other vets around. And, you know, one way that for me to give back to him is bringing him out to some of these events and letting him get behind the wheel and really experience that joy, that fun, that camaraderie. But he's already told me, he's like, really, me working on the cars and doing the pit stuff, that is my passion. That is what I enjoy doing. So good on him.
Yeah, well, that's cool because you can find a path or a fit for everybody pretty much.
Right.
You know? All right, so we already asked these two what their favorite – did I already ask you what your favorite part was?
No.
Fish talk.
Getting hit on by the dudes.
Yeah. So fish tacos in San Felipe, that was pretty good. We got served like in the parking lot while we were wrenching on the car.
And it was his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was my birthday down there. It was a great way to
Amazing
celebrate
margarita.
birthday, but yeah, honestly, I think the best part was the hanging out with this group of guys. I mean, I never served, so you know, I'm a little bit on the outside with these guys, but you know, I just loved hanging out with them, loved seeing the camaraderie, loved seeing their reaction to the you know, to getting to drive and race. And you know, I think hanging out with this group of guys was a huge blessing for me and a great opportunity. I loved every bit of it.
Did anybody get to eat churros?
You know,
Oh, dude, the churros.
You know, like, listen, trust the fat kid. If you can find fried bread, you want to eat it. And a churro, we found fresh churro the last night. They had that little Play-Doh dispenser thing right down into the hot grease. Damn.
Dang, man. That does sound pretty good. Patriots Wifey commented in again. Let us know if you need some transportation help for the Mint. I know a guy who would love to help you guys out. Whatever we can do to help, we are here.
Yeah, that's her husband. My boy Randy.
That's awesome, though. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people that see this video, whether you do know them or not, Rob, they're going to be stoked on what you guys are doing. So we've taken these guys on a long trip with us over this Instagram Live. Do you guys have any other funny stories that you want to talk about that was maybe a shot at these boys while you guys were down there? I mean, it was pretty clear that Alex already threw up. Did anything else fun happen?
Yeah, he took enough crap for that every day.
You're not going to give him more crap again?
I just hope to see those guys when I go back next year. That's going to be the best part when I see them and they remember.
You're going to pay him back?
No, I hope not.
Man, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you guys had a good time and you guys got safely back with your family. It's pretty rad. Adrenaline therapy Saturday, this Saturday though, right, Rob?
Yeah, Adrenaline Therapy Saturday, this Saturday, sponsored by BF Goodrich Tires. It's going to be at Rex Fence Off-Road Park in Anza, California. All vets, all branches, all eras. If you have your own off-road machine, bring it. I don't care what brand it is. I don't care if it's a dirt bike, a quad, a buggy, a bone stock Jeep. If you want to put it in the dirt, we're going to let you. You have to be there at 09 for the safety brief. The safety brief is mandatory. If you miss the safety brief, you can't drive, but you can still ride along. Like I said, we got Nicole from Total Chaos. She's bringing her truck. We have Caden, we have Ethan, we have Casey Sims, all the Polaris athletes. They're all coming out in their 2-seat razors to give rides to family. And it's a good time.
Some can take the wheel by themselves in these Razor RS1s and cars that you have as well, right?
Yep, it's all yeah. We bring out our Polaris Razors for the vets to operate if you don't have your own off-road machine. So good times. You know, check out Warfighter Made. If anyone's watching this, came to us from the Dirt Life. If you don't know what Warfighter Made's about, give us a follow. Check us out. Any veterans out there, you know, there's a lot of opportunities. If you're interested in off-road, you have Warfighter Made. You have Desert Vets Racing, which will take you and put you as a passenger in an off-road race. You have Mag 7 Pits, which provides pit support down in places like Baja, Mexico. So if you're the type that likes to turn wrenches and wants to be a part, as the good Admiral always says, Admiral Mike Shatinsky asked me how to get a free trip to Baja, and it's going down with Mag 7 Pits and providing pit support for all the racers. And then also we have Vet Motorsports. Vet Motorsports does on-road what Warfighter Made does off-road. They put you behind the wheel of a vehicle and do SCCA racing like autocross, parking lot cone racing and stuff like that. A lot of fun. Make sure you check out Vet Motorsports, Mag 7 Pits, and Desert Vets Racing.
Hey, so one thing that I wanted to do, because I see a lot of people on the side of this car, like you guys don't just show up at Aurora 1000. There's a lot of work that goes into it, right? So maybe as we sign off, I'll tell the boys to say bye. Say bye, Aaron.
Adios.
See you guys Saturday.
And we'll let both the boys go. Thanks, Alex. I really appreciate it, Andrew. We'll let you guys go, and we're gonna have Rob sign off by thanking all these people that made it possible for all you guys.
Hey, you want me to come in there?
Yeah, do it on here. I'll film you. So cruise back in here. So you guys can all jump off and wait for Rob. We'll show you a little piece of the. I don't know if you guys know how, but you just click the X and you're good. So
I'll see you guys in a minute.
Super, super cool, man. Every time I'm down here, it amazes me the camaraderie and all of the stuff that goes into everything that they do, because it's always giving back to everybody else. Like, there's no other better way to do it. So, all right, Rob, give us a rundown.
All right. So, like I said, we bought Beefy from GovPlanet, and that was actually made possible by RCP Designs, who listened to a pitch from us, was totally into what we were doing, and made that possible. Of course, BFG has been a big sponsor and supporter of Warfighter Made for a really long time. If you go over and look at the tires on Flyer 22, those have well over 3,000 race miles on them, and they still look brand new. Granted, Flyer 22 is not a high horsepower vehicle, but look at these things. They still got knobbies on them.
That's
BFG,
pretty cool.
BFG, baby. So give a little love to Rod Hall Racing, because Rod Hall and his son Chad took our Rod Hall Racing Fox shocks and valved them for us and everything, and really made a huge difference. Our boys, Trophy Burrows, love their channel. They're always giving us support. Eric's Military, Eric's Military Supply. Whenever we needed anything for the TRV or for the Humvee, we always call up Eric, because he's actually local to us here in Temecula. He's down in Escondido, and the dude's a wealth of knowledge. I've asked for stuff that he's come back and been like, "Are you sure you really need that?" And then I'll go do some more research and be like, "You're right, I didn't." Fluid Logic. We have a system in here, which I'm going to demonstrate, because it is awesome. So Beefy is a 24-volt system, and we have some things that run off of 12-volt. So we have a 24 to 12-volt converter in here by Eric's Military Supply. It is a high-quality, heavy-duty, high vibration-resistant deal. But if you look right here, we have a button. And in our fresh air pumper, right, our rugged pumper, we have an adapter, Fluid Logic, that goes right into our helmet. And when we press this button, it supplies water through the Aquacom that attaches to the microphone.
Dude, that's sick.
And then it just basically injects water directly into your mouth.
That's so cool.
And it's fully interactive. You can go through an app, adjust how much it gives you, how long it sprays for, and it's a great way to stay hydrated. Of course, Baja Design lights all throughout. We have white lights for the end of the day when we're done. That's easily reached by driver, co-driver. And then we have red lights. So if we're out at night and something needs to be done, we need to identify something. The navigator has to read the rally book. He can do it and not destroy the night vision of the driver. We also have Speed Hunt Humvee gauges. We're actually running a TAC in ours as well. And these gauges are awesome. It is a GPS, drawing a blank here, speedometer. Sorry, it's been a long day. GPS speedometer. We're actually running a tack that we were kind of helping Speed Hut figure out where to run. We're running the stock 60 amp generator on this thing. And with their help, we figured out where to get the tack pickup point from. We have the other Speed Hut gauges on the Codog side, so he can watch the vitals while the driver is concentrating on driving. 2 buttons here. We have COM, and then we have our horn, and then the navigator also controls the siren.
Woo! I like that one.
Which, believe it or not, we actually got to use that quite a lot, you know? So, and then, of course, we have our rugged radios. We have our rugged intercom system. The intercom system that we used is also Bluetooth, which was really cool because then we also used a lead nav system, and we were able to Bluetooth the lead nav into the intercom. So as the lead nav is talking to us, we can actually hear it in our helmets, which was super cool. We have PRP seats, PRP harnesses, running with PRP door bags, PRP window nets with the custom little, hey, give me my beer.
That wasn't for throwing up?
No, no. Alex's fat head wouldn't fit through this. Yeah, fat head. No, this is like, hey, pass me a beer.
Nice.
Which is what Nora's really good at. Every time you finish your race, they hand you a beer. So Lucas Oil has been a long-time sponsor of Warfighter Mag. Every lubricant within Beefy is Lucas Oil. Odyssey Battery has been a long-time partner of Warfighter Mag. Again, Beefy is a 24-volt system, so we have 2 batteries in Beefy wired to 24-volt. Trigger controller is, let me make sure it's turned on. Trigger controller is an RF remote that controls all the external lights. So what's great about it is RF remote, push the button, and the front lights come on, right? Or the ditch lights, which I broke one over here when I hit the freaking cactus. But these are all Baja design lights. And then, of course, we have the rock lights under each tire that glow red. And then we also have backup lights. And all these lights run off of.
Rob's saying that all these lights run off of. I think he said 24 volts.
24 volts?
Yeah. So he's over there. You guys can't hear him, but he's coming back. Man, they got a bunch of people that helped him out.
Yeah. So Plan B Supply, which also built our TRV for us, the Therapy and Recovery 5-ton. They supplied the doors. Temecula Valley Powder Coat did all the powder coating. And I tell you what, when you look at these Assault mirrors, the accent on these mirrors have all been powder coated green.
Oh, nice to match.
Look at the Baja design.
Dude, that's sick.
S1 lights, they were all done to match at Temecula Valley Powder Coat.
Look at you making Beefy bougie.
Bougie, baby, bougie. Speed Strap does all the, they're a PRP seat company. They do all the tie downs. And then they also have the Speed Strap toe strap, which basically just winds in through itself. And it's a really great system. Authentic Design Group in Lake Elsinore, California did the wrap on this. And they took a basic idea of mine and absolutely ran with it. It was their idea to take Beefy and make it red, white, and blue like that. And, I just said, hey, this is what I want. And they basically laid it out the way it was and absolutely killed it. We have WireCare. WireCare has been a longtime partner of Warfighter Made. Check them out, wirecare.com. If you need anything from zip ties, shrink wrap, anything, connectors, Deutsch connectors, wire care. Check them out. That's a great place to get it. They're huge supporters of Warfighter Made as well. Our entire cage was welded up by Lincoln Electric, which they've been a part of Warfighter Made since 2014. And I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, and our friends at Squatchbox. Man, if you guys want a kick-ass cooler, but don't want to pay them fat-ass Yeti prices, check out our friends at Squatchbox. Long time, they support a lot of veteran organizations. The founder of Squatch is an active LA firefighter and, always helping out. So, of course, the number 22, which adorns most of our vehicles, this number right here is in great, basically to bring awareness to the 22 veterans that commit suicide every single day. We run this number to basically bring awareness to that and specifically to let vets know that there's a better way. As long as you persevere, as long as you don't give up, it gets better. So we run this number to remind the veterans of that.
And there's always people out there to help you, like Rob and Warfighter Made organization.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So we're going to sign off. I think, unless you got anything else, but let's see here. You want to sign off on the front of it?
Yeah, sign off on the front. Showing them those sick old LP6s in the headlight holes and LP9s for the ambers. And of course, they are powder coated OD green by Temecula Valley Powder Coat.
Dude, those things are awesome, man.
Don't mind all the cactus juice.
I'm glad that you guys were able to hang out on the Warfighter feed, hang out with all these guys, man. They're doing fantastic things over here. We obviously want to talk about Nora because that's what they just did. But, man, Rob, you guys are kicking ass.
Well, we try.
First place at the Nora, too. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah. Did we not mention that we got first place? And we finished 42nd overall out of 100 vehicles?
They got first place. Did you know that?
we got first place.
I was stalking them on the live track.
All right, Rob. Get us out of here.
Thanks, guys, so much. Remember, follow the Dirt Life Show and Warfighter Made, and we'll catch you Monday.
Slide into our DMs. Peace.